Anger is not your enemy, but the way you've been using it, that might be the thing that's quietly ruining your life. Hey, my brothers, welcome back. My name is Yamil Sr., and today we are talking about anger and how oftentimes it can be a destructive force in your life, but it can also be something that you can use to better yourself. But here's the thing in how you create that distinction. First, understanding there's a difference between toxic anger or reactive anger and righteous anger. And how we use these two types of anger is how we approach life. Not because we don't feel anger, but because there's a lot of stuff hiding underneath that anger. Stuff that often we don't know how to deal with, stuff that often we don't know what to do about. And if we talk about it, most of the time we get told to shut up, man up, that it's not that hard, it's not that deep, we're just complaining. And so we learn to bury things inside. We learn to toughen up, to never let them see you sweat. And all of these different things that we've heard over and over again as men. And there's a lot of people out there going around and saying, oh, well, men don't express themselves or don't open up because of toxic masculinity, quote unquote toxic masculinity. And the general idea is that experts and media pundits tell themselves that it's toxic masculinity that makes men sort of view emotions as lame or as something that's not manly, and therefore they don't express themselves, and then they pat themselves on the back and say, well, that's it for today, who wants lunch? The truth of the matter is men do speak. We do speak all the time. We express our emotions all the time. The problem is nobody is actually listening. And because of that, we learn to bottle things up. Because of that, we learn that nobody really cares, so I might as well not share that thing. And so the more we bottle those things up, the more easier it becomes for us to use anger as a crutch that allows us to sort of let those feelings out without actually confronting them and really looking at what those feelings actually mean in our lives. And so oftentimes we don't even know how to express these things. If you ask most men how to express their feelings, they kind of have a hard time doing it, which is why also talk therapy is kind of less effective for men. And this is a proven thing. And it's less effective for men because a lot of men have a hard time putting words to their emotions. So the thing that is really going to sort of bring those things out is anger. And anger is easy. It's kind of like rocket fuel. If you snap at somebody, you suddenly feel empowered again. You don't feel depressed or frustrated or sad or anything like that because you're kind of reinvigorated with this energy of anger. You don't need to do any kind of internal work in order to get to that expression. You just get angry and things come out, right? You just sort of spew things as they come at you. But the most important for us to understand as men is that even when you feel angry and even when you are allowed to express your anger, you're not allowed to destroy things around you because you're angry. This is something that's very, very important, especially in today's day and age, because so many people walk around just with no accountability. And I don't think that that's your case because you're watching this, because you're interested in solving this problem. But a lot of people out there just get angry and they even blame the other person for making them angry. If we don't actually take accountability for ourselves and say, okay, yes, this thing that you did to me was wrong, but I had no right to respond in that way, then we're actually going to get to a place where we become more wholesome, more complete as men and as human beings. And at the end of the day, using anger as a crutch is not going to make you stronger. It's not going to make you better. It's going to make you weaker over time. It's going to leave you in a position where everything makes you angry. And you get angry at every single thing, and often you end up getting angry at yourself. There's a difference between explosive anger and righteous anger. Explosive anger is when you bottle up everything, eventually something tiny sets you off, and your partner says the wrong thing, your coworker makes a comment, your kid drops something on the floor, and then boom, you explode. The explosive anger is just impulse. There's no control, no intention, nothing around it. It's just explosion. Basically, your emotions using you, not you using your emotions. And that's the type of anger that ruins relationships, that ruins reputations, that ruins your own confidence. And that's the price of impulse. Righteous anger is when you are trying to enforce boundaries. Righteous anger is actually a virtue. But let's make something very clear. Not all anger is bad. Not all anger is weakness. There's such a thing as righteous anger. And every strong man needs it. Righteous anger is calm, it's controlled, it's intentional. It shows up when your boundaries are crossed, when your values are violated, when someone disrespects you, disrespects your time, or someone you love. Righteous anger isn't about destruction, it's about direction. It's about letting everybody know there are certain lines you cannot cross. It aims your energy towards correcting something that's wrong, not towards burning everything down. A man who can control his anger is dangerous. And I can tell you this from experience. As a former MMA fighter and as an MMA instructor, I've seen a lot of guys go into the gym and go into sparring, and you start to see them get angrier and angrier as the round goes on. And as they get angrier, they start to expose weaknesses. They start to make mistakes. They start to open up their guard. They start to really give opportunities to their opponent to embarrass them further. And it just creates this downward spiral. If you look at the best MMA fighters, they're also the most composed, the most controlled. And if you look at fighters that lose their temper, you see them often lose the fight as well. There's a reason for this, because oftentimes when you're sparring somebody, when you lose your temper, you start to lose perspective and you just start wanting to hurt that person. And the more you want to hurt that person, the more reckless you become. You become reckless with your defense, and you start taking shots that you shouldn't be taking. And you start creating openings for your opponent to take advantage of your mistakes. And this is the same with anything. This is the same with your entire life, with your emotions. If you allow anger to take the best of you, then you allow other people to manipulate you. Because it's easy to manipulate somebody who is constantly angry. If you always react in a certain way, if you always explode, if you always go on impulse, then it's easy for somebody to do something or say something that will make you explode and then exploit that to take advantage of you. And maybe you've been in that situation before. Maybe you've had that exact same problem. If you maintain your composure, your anger becomes a weapon that you can use and not something that others can exploit to use you. Now, the real challenge here is understanding what lies underneath your anger. It's not really that you're angry per se, because nobody's angry that much, believe me. If you're angry all the time, it's usually because there's something underneath that anger. It might be hurt, it might be fear, it might be trauma, it might be disappointment, it might be feeling misunderstood, unappreciated, or disrespected. All of these feelings need to be addressed. And the more you address the root cause of that feeling, the more in control you are of that anger, and the more dangerous you become as a man. Your job is not to suppress your anger. I really want to make this clear to everybody. I'm not telling you to suppress your anger. I'm not telling you to not get angry. I'm telling you to understand where that anger comes from. I'm telling you to understand when to use anger and when not to use it. But your job when you get angry is to understand what is happening, what is beneath this anger that I'm feeling. Because once you identify the root cause of that anger, you can take back the steering wheel. Men who confront what's underneath their anger become emotionally dangerous in the right way. Balanced, grounded, hard to manipulate, impossible to disrespect. Now, how do we actually make that switch? How do we make that connection between exploding and being impulsive and using your anger? The first thing that we need to do is pause. And whenever you start to feel those feelings, whenever you start to feel like you're about to explode, stop for a second. Breathe in, breathe out. And then understand, okay, where are you in this moment? The second thing you need is awareness, is understanding what's going on, what's happening. Name the real emotion, put a name to it, and understand what's underneath the surface. Am I mad? Am I disappointed? Am I hurt? Am I feeling like I wasn't heard? Do I feel slighted? What's going on underneath the surface? And how can I express that to the other person in such a way that I can do it calmly and in such a way that doesn't destroy this relationship? Number 3, make a decision on purpose, not impulse. Decide on purpose what it is that you're going to do about this anger. Choose how you want to respond, because here's the thing. You cannot control the people around you. You cannot control the government or the economy or your kids or your wife or anything like that. The thing you can control, and you are always in control of, is your response, is how you respond to these things. And the more you can use the thing that you can control, which is your response, the better outcomes you're going to get out of every interaction. And number 4, set clear boundaries with clarity, not chaos. A calm, serious, hey, don't talk to me like that again, is enough to leave people just staring at you like this, like, oh my God. Just telling people, hey, that's not okay. That's often enough, and much more effective than you yelling and screaming and throwing things around. I'll tell you something that's really interesting, and even like from an anecdotal perspective. I'm not really afraid of people who go out there, guys who go out there and try to be tough guys and start yelling, oh, you don't know me, bro, and doing all these kinds of performative things. I'm not scared of those people. And if you look at, I've spent so much time around fighters that you get to understand a little bit that the more dangerous guy, the guy that you really need to be careful of, are usually the nicest people you could ever meet. And when these people are disrespected, they don't go crazy, they don't start yelling, they don't start throwing things, they just calmly go up to you and say, you know what, that's not cool, man. And it's much more effective as well. When you start yelling and go, whatever it is, it's not that intimidating. It's not creating the effect that you think that it's going to create. It's not something that is actually tough. It's just childish. It's just immature. It's like a little dog. It's like a little Chihuahua dog just barking its head off, trying to be intimidating, versus a Rottweiler just staring at you. Like, which one is more intimidating? Let's be honest. So if you take one thing out of this entire video, remember this. Anger is not the problem. Uncontrolled anger is the problem. Your anger is meant to protect you, not sabotage you. So stop treating it like a fire you need to extinguish, and start treating it like a fire you need to master. Fire can be used to cook meals or light rooms, but uncontrolled, it can burn everything down. So really, this entire video is not really about anger. It's more about self-control, and it's more about self-exploration. If you understand yourself and you know how to react to things, you become much more decisive, much more confident, and much more dangerous. And if any of this resonates with you, if any of the things that are coming out of my mouth hit home, consider subscribing to the channel, activate notifications, like the video if you liked it, share it with somebody. But most importantly, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're going through, what struggles you're facing right now, and how we can possibly help. So master your destiny and make this an amazing day. Take care.